Before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Also leave a like on this video now. Sometimes great discoveries in human history happen by accident. This Greek olive farmer, for example, accidentally uncovered something in the soil while tending olive trees on his unnamed farmer's property in the summer of 2018. When he called in the experts, it turned out to confirm that his discovery answered a long-debated question about the history of Greece. In early summer 2018, a Greek farmer living in a small village in Crete parked his truck under an olive tree on public land. Before he had even unbuckled it, the truck tilted awkwardly in the dirt. The farmer backed up a bit to see what was causing the truck to tilt. There was a hole about 4 meters wide where his front tire had been. Where had this come from? Apparently, a broken irrigation pipe or waterlogged olive trees had softened the soil where his truck was parked and allowed it to collapse under the weight. Curious, the farmer walked to the edge of the hole and looked inside. At first, he could see nothing. But then, as the rays of the summer sun fell on the pole, he realized he was looking at something important. The farmer had accidentally uncovered it. He approached the Ministry of Local Heritage to investigate the underground cave. The ministry sent a team of archaeologists. It didn't take long for the experts to realize that the farmer, who lived near Lara Petra in southeastern Crete, had found a tomb. Then they noticed its contents. In a niche, archaeologists found a coffin with a male skeleton inside. Scattered around it were a dozen or so clay pots, containers for liquids or grains. But these were not the only artifacts hidden in the tomb. A second coffin containing a skeleton, presumably male, was unearthed from another room. He too was buried with a dozen colorful vessels. Who were these men? Archaeologists wondered if they were local landowners, nobles or heroes of their small village. Perhaps studying the design and quality of the vessels would provide the answers they were looking for. The first thing they realized about these vessels was that they were not something a poor peasant would have owned. The high quality of the pottery suggested that they were rich people, but other details about the pottery suggested otherwise. According to the archaeologists, the ceramic typology suggests that the tomb may date to around 1400 to 1200 BC. People living 3500 years ago had another burial ritual for the rich. The Minoan people grew into an astonishingly wealthy society before they were wiped out by the foreigners who hunted them. Impressive art ceramics and luxurious tombs were actually plentiful. The late Minoans, who lived in a time period called the Late Palace Period, often buried their descendants in a tomb called a tablos. This was a large beehive-like structure with domed walls. These men had not been seen in beehive structures. Archaeologists concluded that the men were rich, but not as rich as the village lords. Still, they hoped they could help solve long-standing mysteries. The archaeologists found that they had been completely untouched since they were buried. Evidence suggests that the tomb had never been found by grave robbers. The men have remained that way for 3,500 years since they were sealed. Archaeologists removed the skeletons from their shells and sent them back to the lab for further study. Although this will take some time, experts hope the skeletons will shed light on the origins of the Minoan people. Indeed, these bones are a rare find, even in history-rich Greece. This finding has ended a long debate. We are pleased with this archaeological find as it expands our historical culture even further. The discovery of these men is an answer to all those who doubted that there were Minoans in Lara Petra. A great day for Lara Petra, said the deputy mayor. A farmer just parking his truck on a hot summer day in 2018 unearthed a historical artifact. What other artifacts are lurking under the ground that we don't know about? Share with us the most interesting thing you have found in the comments section.